Good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss gender and sexuality as a subject of inquiry. So, before I start, my name is Baby Blessed Nasaring. Gender studies. Gender studies emerge from the need to analyze how gender, sex, and sexuality impact our lives, especially how it creates gender inequality. Gender rule or sex rules are sets of culturally defined behaviors such as masculinity and femininity. In binary system of viewing rules, we only see the male were expected to behave like a masculine or matapang, while women are expected to be feminine or mahinhin. This is the norm of the accepted standards of how to behave like a man and a woman. So, sa unang panahon, matawag ra ka o babae kung mahinhin ka o matawag ra ka nga lalaki kung isog ka. Gender study is not just for women or all about women. It is about for everyone. So, di lang siya para sa babae, di na po siya pwede sa laki, para na siya sa tanan. Babae, malaki, mabayot, ug maunsa padira. It explores how our gender rules have changed throughout our history and how it created inequalities. 100 years ago, women are not allowed to study at universities since their rule was restricted to domestic or to house or the household. Okay, sa unang panahon, ang mga tinuuhan, ang mga babae dili ko na pwede mag-eskwela kay ang ilahang trabaho na ara sa balay, magpuyo ra sa balay, maglimpyo og balay. This repressed women's potential in shaping the social and political landscape in the past, but it also placed the burden on the men to provide for the whole family. Diversity and inclusion. Gender rules are socially constructed and not something we are born with. So, ang gender rules kay socially constructed siya ng mga istorya-istorya na siya. Society, through a lifelong process of normalization, encouraged or reprimanded behaviors to make a child adapt to this social expectation. A young boy is always encouraged to be brave, play tough, to be loud, and not show signs of weakness such as crying. Kaya pag magpakita sila og weakness nila nga mohilak, inundayon sila nga bayot. Pag motanaw sila Barbie, maingon nga bayot. Pag mo dula nga pang babae, ingon nga bayot. A young girl is discouraged from playing rough or being loud. Instead, they are told to be soft and gentle. Kay ang babae daw kuno dapat mahinhin. Dili nila sila pwede magdula og mga dula nga pang lalaki. Kay pag modula sila, ingnon sila nga tomboy. Gender studies and research. Gender studies and research. Research process. As a subject of inquiry, gender studies utilizes a systematic approach in identifying problems, making hypotheses and assumptions, gathering data, and making conclusions. Approaches in research. Gender and sexuality cuts across a variety of issues that could be biomedical, psychological, or political, legal. There is no singular way in conducting the research process. However, variety of approaches which can be used. So there are two approaches. We have the qualitative approach and quantitative approach. Qualitative approach is focus more on the meaning and interpretations made by people about their own personal and vicarious observed experience. So ang qualitative nag-focus siya sa mga interpretations nga gikan sa mga tao or mga experience nila, while quantitative approach focus more on characterizing a population, total number of individual in a group or sample, a subgroup, and in some cases making generalization about the population based on the behavior of a sample.
Okay. Good day, everyone. Especially to our instructor, Sir Markim. By the way, I am Marfel Dicaulogan. I'm going to report the continuation of Bless Masaring topic. And my topic is all about ethics in gender and gender sexuality and human ecology. There are some principles to remember in conducting gender and sexuality research. The following are principles to remember. These principles are referred to as ethical principles because they make sure people involved in the research are protected from harm. Ethics is a prerequisite to properly conduct study. Number 1 is informed consent. Number 2 is confidentiality and anonymity. The third one is non-maleficence and beneficence. And the last one is distributive justice. Informed consent. Researchers should make sure that the participants in the study are aware of the purpose and processes of the study they are participating in. They should also ensure that only those participants who agree will be included, and they shall not force any participants to join. Confidentiality and anonymity. Researchers should not reveal any information provided by the participants, much so their identity, to anyone who are concerned with the study. All data gathered from surveys or interviews should also be placed in a secure location or filing system. Non-maleficence and beneficence. A study should not harm or non-maleficence to anyone, especially in researches involving humans. A study should be beneficial or beneficence for it to be worth implementing. And the last one is distributive justice. Any study should not disadvantage a particular group, especially the marginalized and the oppressed. Example is poor people, women, LGBT, the elderly. The benefits of a study should be for all. Gender, sexuality, and human ecology. Human ecology as a field recognizes the interplay among internal and external environments, physical, social, economic, cultural, by Bronfenbrenner 1994, Bubulzan Zuntag 1983. Hence, to look at realities for an ecological perspective is to appreciate that human development across lifespan is influenced by these environments. In the context of gender and sexuality, a human ecological approach looks at human sexual lives, and the sexuality, a human ecological approach looks at human sexual lives and experience at various levels and spheres of analysis. First, it sees gender and sexuality as an organismic and personal experience. Summary. Gender, being male or female, has socially constructed meanings, and it is different in every culture and may change with time. It is important to analyze how society enforces gender rules on everyone, so we can further understand how power relation in gender rules can limit us individuals' freedom and promote inequality. To help us a holistic view, we need to use frameworks and methods from different disciplines, psychology, sociology, and practical perspectives, so you can understand gender and sexuality. And that's all. Thank you.